Hello all, welcome. Basically, this fixtures are out. A lot of fans are in R8 because of the actual teams we have to play in the beginning of the season. It is pretty tough, but shouldn't you think this way? Get them early so you could get that out of the way and concentrate with games with less pressure on the team. There's never less pressure on Liverpool. We know that. Even if we play the bottom team, we still have to win somehow if they do that, deep line defending, compact defending. But yeah, listen, I'm all right with it. So let's talk about this. Let's do this, people. Let's do this. Hello, everyone. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for daily contents. Yes, people, welcome to LFC Red Forever channel. Please, before we start, hit that subscription button, notification button, like button. As everybody can see, the fixtures have come out, so this is what we're going to be discussing. But please follow us on our social medias, which are Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and YouTube, of course. As you can see, people, we're in 841. We're on the road to 1,000. So please help us get there as soon as possible. No pressure. So I'm going to talk about the fixtures as we go along, but let me talk about transfers and ownerships of other clubs as well. As everybody knows, Man United have the potential. Well, they're going to have the potential to compete in the transfer market as Man City in the future if they get ownership from these Qataris. Although we've been beating them to transfers like the likes of Fabinho, Darwin Núñez, etc., and Gakpo and that. It's going to be difficult for them, difficult for us to compete if the Qataris take over eventually as well. That little step we had is going to slowly disappear. And as we all know, once the money comes into a team, things change. I mean, players who are at the club at the current time become world beaters for some reason. Because extra money is going inside their pocket. So that's what's worrying that's what's worrying for me if Man United get taken over eventually, because they are our arch rivals. We are the two most successful team in Britain. Sorry, in England. So it shows like if one of us takes that next step, the other one is going to fall a step or two. I want to know where we stand in this list, because if Newcastle, Man City, Chelsea and Man United all have these financial powers, where does Liverpool get in that list? Are we even going to be fifth? And Arsenal's doing all right, aren't they? They invest well. Are we going to be sixth? I don't know. Like, it's going to be difficult. Aston Villa's coming up now. With their ownership who spend, and they got Unai Emery as a manager, and you saw him last season how good he was. Where do we stand in this list? That's what I want to know, and I'm really worried. We're already struggling with transfers. Everybody's saying Kone ain't going anymore, but Thuram is close, so which is true. And if these are the type of players we're going for, where's the next step? Now, getting quality players. All I want to know is, where does FSG stand? What is their motivation to be here still? What is their intentions with the football club? Are we going to be competing, or are we going to be like in a mid-table battle in the future? Like, they need to start giving us something, because if you look at the relationship between the fan base and the ownership, it doesn't exist. Although they have a lot of people that defend them, but the people that defend them probably work for the club, their families work for the club, and they get extra tickets and things like that. I don't care. I'll say how it is. I'm not scared to say things like that. But listen, I've supported Liverpool for 44 years. I don't care what people think. I'm being realistic here. Where is the care for our football club? Bill Shankly built this football club to compete, to win titles, to make us invisible, as I remember him saying. But we don't even think like that anymore. We just says, yeah, it's okay. This team can get bigger. Everton can get bigger. Man City can get bigger. That's the attitude we have now. We've lost focus of reality. We've muddled up with so many stuff off the pitch. We forgot focus of reality, and even we're getting screwed over on the pitch. If you think about it, people, Look at the goals we can see. Look at the penalties we can see. Look at the chances the referees let go for other teams against us and things like that. It's crazy. It's crazy. Look at Klopp arguing with referees because his team doesn't get the decision he wants. Listen, there's always a reason these things happen, and that's the lack of respect for our football club. The respect for Liverpool Football Club has disappeared a long time ago, and it's never going to be coming back anytime soon unless we change the way we are, which is investment in the club. You could build stands and all that stuff, but where is it going to affect? How's it going to affect on the pitch? Where is the investment on the pitch to get the quality players that we deserve? We're not getting there, man. We're not getting there. So enough of my rant. We'll go to the fixtures next. So let's do this, people. Let's talk about the fixtures. So people, we'll move on towards the fixtures that's coming up in the Premier League. A lot of people have complained about it. A lot of people are saying like it's hard fixtures too soon. I agree to a certain extent, but wouldn't you like to face the hardest fixtures first, and as the season goes on it becomes easier as well? I'm not happy with it, but I understand it, and I think Liverpool requested for away games as well, so it was always going to be difficult because we're building a stand. You know, the Anfield Road stand is getting rebuilt, so it will take time for us to, you know, get that one in order. Let me bring up the fixture for you, and then you could decide and see how it goes. So forget about the Bayern Munich. That's a pre-season game. As you can see, August the 30th is where we start the Premier League early compared to last season. Last season we started off, you know, way earlier than this, I think. So it showed. It shows like we've got Chelsea in the first game, we've got Bournemouth in the second game, Newcastle away in the third game. So if you look at the big teams like Newcastle, I have to consider them as a big team now because they are competing for the Champions League now. You can see like 2 away games already in next season, and how we're going to come through that. Considering both teams like Chelsea, I'm not discounting Bournemouth. Bournemouth, you know, is a good team, but I expect us to beat them at home. And if we don't, then we've got a problem, if you know what I mean. So yeah, Newcastle away and Chelsea away, it's not going to be easy, people. Like we're not even facing the top teams at home. I mean, Chelsea have Pochettino now, so I'm assuming they're going to get back in order. They're going to get back to a formation that that will make them compete for the top 4 as well, considering what they spent last season, which is 600 million. I'm expecting them to probably break the 1 billion mark if you go by the financial side of Chelsea. It's crazy, man. Like, and I'm looking at the Newcastle game. That's not going to be easy either. It's going to be a tough game. Then after that, we've got Aston Villa at home. It's not going to be easy. We drew, as everybody knows, the last game we faced them at home. And then you got Wolverhampton away, and they are improving each season. As they got a new manager who's got a philosophy of way of playing. He coached the international team of Spain. He coached Real Madrid, so he ain't a bad coach, is he? If he's coaching teams like that. And then you got West Ham at home. They've just won the Europa Conference League. They're not going to be easy. Tottenham away. I'm assuming they're going to have a structure in place with this new manager they got from Celtic, and Harry Kane is probably going to stay, and Son, and players like that gave us problems in the past. And then you got Brighton. I remember last season we played Brighton away, and we lost 3-0. I think it was about 3-1 or 3-0, and everybody accepted it like it was a norm. We played all right, they said. And I was thinking to myself, if we're losing to the likes of Brighton, no matter where they are in the league, and accepting it like it's a norm, then where do we stand in football nowadays, if you know what I mean, people? And to me, that's unacceptable. You don't accept. I don't care how good Brighton are. I'm not here like to make my team accept defeats to the likes of Brighton. I'm sorry. Like, am I punching above my weight or something here? It's weird. It's very strange. And then you got Everton, tough game, as everybody knows about that. Nottingham Forest at home. Should be winning it, but remember last season, people, it wasn't an easy game. And they got Luton away. Luton in that small ground, new to the Premier League, and we all know we struggle against new teams when they congest their defense and they play deep line, how to break down. and you know how Liverpool are with that. And you got Brentford, gave us a good game at Anfield last season. I think they beat us away, as I remember. And you got Man City away. So it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. We have to find a way to beat these teams. We might have to be compact and solid and make sure you don't concede chances next season in order for us to beat these teams. Fixtures ain't easy, man. Fixtures ain't easy. And then you got Liverpool versus Fulham, not easy. Sheffield United away. We remember that season they were in the Premier League. We struggled against them. And then you got Crystal Palace away. Man United at home. Not easy both teams. And you got Arsenal at home and Burnley away. Come on, people. Like Burnley is the best team in the Championship last season. And you got Arsenal, second best team in the Premier League last season. And then you got Newcastle away. Sorry, Newcastle at home and Bournemouth away. So the fixtures are like reversing now. Chelsea at home, Arsenal away. It's not. Look at this though, people. Like, look at the fixtures. How are we gonna cope with all this if we don't have to like strength and depth in this team? And then you got Burnley at home, and then you got Brentford away. Luton at home, I expect. Northern Forest, we lost last season 1-0, as everybody remembers, away. So that's not going to be easy. Man City at home, Everton away. Look at the fixtures. It might, listen, the fixtures might change and they might put it somewhere as the season goes along because of the cups and all that stuff. So it ain't easy, people. It ain't easy. Brighton at home, Sheffield United at home, Man United away, Crystal Palace at home, Fulham away, West Ham away. It just doesn't look good, does it? And Tottenham at home, Aston Villa away, and then Wolverhampton at home. So each time we face Wolverhampton at home, we've competed for the league, as I remember, and we lost both times. The league both times. It's at 1 point leagues. You know what I mean? So it's not easy, people. It's not easy. As I said, no matter what. Sorry, I don't know what happened there. As I said, no matter what, we should be competing. We should always be competing with the team we got, and I'm expecting us to compete next season. It's not like we've got a new manager. I mean, so he should be doing by any means necessary to compete, and that's what I expect. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to next season. I hope we'll get what we need and show the rest of the Premier League Liverpool haven't gone away. They're here to stay. So yeah, that's the fixtures I got for you for next season. I hope you enjoyed this. Please hit that like button, subscription button, notification button, and follow us on our social medias, as you can see on the screen. We're on the way to 1,000 people. Let's get there as soon as possible. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you soon. Take care, everybody.